Hello YouTube friends, before we get to today's video, I want to include a side note, if you will. While I am still going to review and be honest about what I like about the games I play and what I thought could be better for the purpose of providing a unique perspective and constructive criticism for the developers, I'm not going to be rating indie games that are free anymore. Because let's face it, as long as the game is a positive experience, you're already getting your money's worth, which is essentially your time and energy. Therefore, it's automatically 5-star worthy in my opinion. Just wanted to make a quick note of that in case someone thought I might have forgotten to rate. I didn't. We want to be helpful here, not hurtful, and encourage creators to keep creating. So in the grand scope of things, the star rating doesn't really matter to me personally as much as sharing my perspective itself. So that's why I'm not going to be rating games in these playthrough videos anymore. If I play and enjoy them and they're free, I'm going to give them an automatic 5-star on itchio, as I know that does help the developers be seen and get more attention, which they all rightly deserve. I also want to be transparent, so I will make a separate video about this topic if I deem it necessary in the future, but I just wanted to mention that line of reasoning real quick in case people were wondering why the sudden change. And to be clear, nothing provoked this change other than myself and my own opinions. Thankfully, most of the developers who respond have been sweet, humble, and even grateful for the support. So that's why we're going to keep being my honest self, but without the more judgmental aspect of comparing one to another with the 5-star rating system. Alright, thanks for listening. Enjoy the video. Hello YouTube friends, Gail's here. We're going to play O2A2, which stands for only one of any asset via Gam Jam today. So for those who don't know what this jam is, let's see, let's look at the rules. So they can only use one sprite, one character, one pose, multiple expressions without change in pose are okay. One background, one place, one time of day, one illustration in place of one sprite and one background, 1,000 words, one background sound file, one sound effect, one voice actor, one piece of menu background art, and one main menu project. No restrictions on all this stuff. I'm not going to read all of it, but so the idea is to make just a simple, short and sweet, straightforward game. So it's really interesting, a really interesting challenge. So I'm really looking forward to playing some of these games. It's been a while, okay, because we had an art fight, so I haven't really been playing as many games. And I've been saving them, and I swear, I have over, between this jam and the Otami jam, I have like over 100 games saved up that I've been waiting to play, and I've been wanting to play them so bad, but I've been busy with, art fight and working on my own projects and stuff. I just haven't gotten a chance to. So I'm really excited to play some of these games. All right, but that's enough of me yapping. Let's get to it. All right, so to get things started, we're gonna play this game called Cupid's Kiss. I don't really know much about it aside from what was on the main page and whatnot. But right away, it looks very impressive, very polished, it looks professional. I really like the UI and the background here, and this little animation with the thing pounding like a heart. That is so cute. Oh my gosh, I love the colors. It looks great. Love it. Love it already. Alright. Very nice. Alright, let's just get started.
You really can't take a hint, can you?
Nice, and there's the main character's voice actors. That's nice. I don't gotta do a silly voice for him. Nice looking background. Very cool. Once again, love the colors. Very interesting. Like, it looks like there's colored shadows or something. I'm not sure what. Very interesting take anyway. Cool. Okay. I look up from the coffee stain I'm dabbing. Oh, very nice. Very cool. Like the colors. I like all the little things in his hair, though this one doesn't look like it's attached. And, alright, so I'm going to go into a little bit of a rant here about the wings. Now, I don't have any problem with the wings, and I don't have any problem with the outfit. I do have a problem with them together, though. So, I'm an artist. I've designed plenty of winged characters. I've drawn winged characters that other people have designed for commissions, trades, and art fight and whatnot. And a lot of people, when they're designing characters with wings, they don't really take in consideration what the back of the character looks like and how the wings are attached. So, maybe this was the artist's intention. Maybe the wings aren't supposed to be attached, but the way they are with this outfit, it doesn't look like they're attached to me. It looks like they're like maybe strapped on or just glued to the back of his shirt or whatever. Now, you could argue that the jacket might have a slot in the back to accommodate the wings, but if that was the case, then this wouldn't be down here baggy like this. No matter how baggy his jacket is, it wouldn't be, it'd be, you know, up here because the wings would keep it held up, you know, being in the slots and whatnot. So my advice to the artist would be always, especially for a visual novel, always keep in mind what the back of your characters look like, especially when you're drawing a character with wings or something coming out of their back that normal humans wouldn't have, because then you're going to have to consider how is their outfit going to accommodate those extra limbs, those extra wings or whatnot. Very important, especially in a VM, because sometimes you might draw the character from behind and then you're going to run into a problem and go, oh my gosh, how are these wings going to fit? Trust me, I've run into that problem before drawing other people's designs and even some of my designs when I was early on artist, still learning. So it's very important to, whenever you're doing a reference character sheet and designing your character for the first time, to draw them from behind as well as the front and from the side too. It really helps you in the designing process. All right, sorry that was a little bit of a rant, but it's just a problem I've encountered and I see so much in designs. Also, this isn't relative to this character, but sometimes ladies with long hair, they'll draw the wings behind the hair. And I'm like, okay, but how... Okay, I'm gonna stop because I could make an entire video going on about wing character designs, but no. Okay, so aside from that, we're ignoring that now because I've said my piece. It looks great. I really like this design. Really nice. Love the art style. Gorgeous. Okay, moving on. Who are you, pretty angel man? He is pretty. Did you just materialize out of thin air?
Guess you aren't blind.
No.
We can finally rule that out. That's the fourth time this week that an unnaturally beautiful stranger has dumped their coffee on you.
Huh?
But did you bother looking at their face? Fluttering your lashes? Making small talk? It's like you're trying to make my life harder.
I mean, we could probably assume that he's an angel at least, or we know he's Cupid, obviously, from the title, but our character doesn't know that. I'm just gonna say, are those wings? Are you floating?
Darling, I'm going to need you to accept a lot of bizarre things at face value. If you're getting stuck on wings, we're going to have a problem.
I've already gotten stuck on the wings, buddy. Don't even get me started.
I'm not sure how long we have, so try to keep up. My name is Virgil. I'm a Cupid, and I'm at your service. Literally. 50 years of flawless work, rave reviews, not a single loveless on my watch. And then, you.
Are we that hopeless? His finger gently taps me on the forehead.
I pull all the stops. Trapped in lifts, only one bed, reunited with childhood crushes, the works. But it's like you don't notice or care. Whatever the case, I'm at my wit's end.
Maybe we're aromantic. There's some people who aren't into romance.
I figured it's either this or admitting to HQ that I failed. And I'd rather be pulverized for rule breaking than give that condescending prick Valentine the satisfaction. Now tell me, what are we going to do about this little snafu?
What's a snafu? Is that like a word the kids are using nowadays? I don't know. This is gonna make me feel old, isn't it? You're the reason I keep getting stuck in confined spaces with randos. Yeah.
Handsome randos.
Sorry, but it takes a lot more than a pretty face to impress me. Creepy randos, yes. Yes, I'm sure they were.
I vetted them first. They weren't creeps.
You knew that. I did not.
Oh, I can see now how that might be upsetting. See, this is why this little chat is long overdue.
What will it take for it to stop?
What I need is for you to fall in love already.
Yeah, because it's just that easy, right? Laugh in his face, you can't be serious. I'm not against it on principle. Yeah, I mean, I got nothing against love, but, you know, it helps to be selective sometimes. I mean, you want to give guys a chance and whatnot, but you still you don't want to end up with a jerk, you know, or, you know, somebody who's just not right for you.
Then why haven't you fallen for anyone? Look, I can't move on to my next assignment until your stomach goes all aflutter. It's not just for me. I'm sure you're done with the tropey bullshit yourself. I am begging you. It's been 3 months since I was assigned to you.
I mean, I think we get the point. You must not be very good at your job. That long, huh? Barely noticed you there.
I'm glad you find this funny.
Yes, I do. I wonder, do the words and the... I guess, does this count against their word limit? I'm guessing it does. And that could be why there's no narration here. I don't know if there's... I forget. I already forgot the rules. I don't know if there's a rule against no narration, but there's no narration in this, and there's just dialogue and these choices. But so far, it's okay. I'm at least able to follow what's going on pretty well. I may be able to get the picture anyway. Yeah, there's no harm in asking for help.
I know. You'd think after 50 years it'd get easier, but it hasn't.
You know what would help with that? Therapy.
Yeah, Limbo isn't big on mental health. If we got over our problems, we'd just move on and they'd lose their free labor.
And I just realized there's no text box, but this is actually pretty easy to read because of how big the outline of the words is, so that's good. And it's very big and nice and clear, so I like that. It's kind of like if you're watching a movie with subtitles, is what it gives me a vibe of. Limbo, were you a human then?
A lifetime ago.
Like the GUI just in general is really nice. Like simple but appealing to the eyes, and I like the colors. It matches very well, very nicely, very professional looking. Simple but professional and polished, which is good. That's what you want to see in this game. Quality over quantity is what we want to see. How do you get the gig then? Between that and playing Cupid, I'd pick Aimless Wandering.
Definitely pays better. Regardless, we're stuck together until we can get your dead heart beating again.
I like how he says that so cheerfully. Is a beating heart all it takes?
At this point, I'd settle for a dumb crush. Hell, an enthusiastic snog. It should be falling in love, but the rules are positively medieval and I'm past caring. Just pick anyone you're vaguely attracted to.
I like how this is just like his job and he's like so done with it. He's ready to move on to the next client or whatever. And you'll be my wingman? Or anyone, what about you?
Darling, there's plenty of viable living candidates who would be thrilled to kiss you.
Aw, he blushes hearts. That's so cute. Look at that. Are you saying you wouldn't be thrilled? Yeah, what's wrong with us?
Of course I would. I just don't think you're clear on the possibilities. Just pick a person. Any person, and I'll make it happen.
Scared. Or good, I choose you. I like that.
7.9 billion people. I'm offering you any person in the world on a silver platter. Why me?
'Cause you're funny and you seem nice, kinda. And I don't know, you're the only guy that we're gonna meet in this visual novel, so why not? You said it was my choice and I choose you.
I say a lot of things.
If you really don't want to.
Oh, I want to. I just think it's a terrible idea.
Don't knock it until you try it. Gee, you really know how to make a person feel wanted.
I'm a few centuries out of practice. You're lovely. Truly.
Aw. I gently comb my fingers through the hair at the nape of his neck. He leans into me, putting his forehead to mine. I wonder if I'll miss it, the presence I never even knew was there. The smile I've only just seen, but seems somehow familiar. It feels right. A lifetime later. And you gotta imagine, like, if this game, I don't know if it does or not, but if it has multiple endings, they gotta incorporate that into the 1,000 words, right? So I can't imagine how much of a struggle that is. As somebody who really likes to get into details and get into depth and really, you know, get in deep, you know, I don't know if I could. I would definitely struggle with that word limit. Oh my gosh, would I struggle so bad. Because I've done word limits before, don't get me wrong. Not for a visual novel, but for, you know, just stories in general, for contests and whatnot. It is always such a struggle because I like details, you know. I like to get into depth. I liked my characters to have a full-length conversation and take their time. You know, I like the slow burn, especially with romance. I like the slow burn. I don't like fast and quick is not my style. All right. Falling in love for just a second and carrying it over a lifetime. How heartbreaking. Who are you? I am Eros, god of love, sex, and everything in between. Tell me, child, would you give me your afterlife? Bring love to the hearts of those who yearn for it. Bring it on. I see why he likes you. Go on, then. So what, are we becoming Cupids together or something? That's
Hey,
cute.
stranger.
Aw. They get to become Cupids together? That's so cute. Aw, I like that ending. That's nice. Alright, so that's really good. So, we're definitely going to take the challenge of this into our consideration when we're rating these games and reviewing them. So, positives. There's a lot of positives because I really like this. I love the art style. I love the GUI, definitely. It looks so clean and polished, and I love all the colors. It's so pretty. I really like the theme. It's really interesting, the whole... this Cupid struggling with this supposedly, possibly aromantic person, only to find out, well, they were just holding out, I guess, for an angel with wings. We'll get to the romance in a little bit. I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, but no, so I like the idea of it. Let's put it that way. I like the idea. The ending was super cute. I mean, it was simply done, which is to be expected once again, considering, you know, there wasn't any, you know, image really to go with it. He just the sprite appearing again. But that's because of the limitations of this particular jam, obviously. So but it worked, you know, it was cute. You know, we get a lifetime passes and we get to see him again and be with him again for possibly an eternity, because I guess we're Cupid, which are gods now, so very interesting concept. Anyway, moving on. I liked his personality seems okay. We didn't really get to know him a whole lot, but once again, that's because of the limitations. But he seems, right off the bat, you can tell that he's funny and kind of sweet, and, you know, he wants to succeed. You know, he's determined to succeed, even though it's a bit of a struggle, you know, which you got to respect that. You got to respect somebody who doesn't give up. Very attractive in a person. So very likable character. The voice acting was great. Don't have any complaints about that. Couldn't really hear the music too much. I might have turned it down too low. I usually do that just in case, because I'd rather have it be too low than too high and you guys can't hear me, and it's just annoying when you're recording. But I'm sure the music's great. I can kind of hear it in the background. It seems kind of perky and cheerful. Like it. Yeah, so I think that does it for the positives. My only complaints, besides the wing thing, which I'm not really going to count that as kind of minor, the romance felt a little rushed, because this is a strangers to lovers. Technically he knew her and was kind of following her, but which would be creepy, but it's his job, so I'll give it a pass. It is kind of creepy still, because he's kind of stalking us and following us around and putting us in these situations, all these creeps. If you take it out of context, it's a little a little on the shady side. But in context, it makes sense. You know, he's a Cupid. That's his job. He's trying to get us to fall in love. He's just doing what he's supposed to do. So you gotta give him a pass for that. But it did happen surprisingly fast, because see, I was thinking, and maybe there's different endings, I'm not sure. Maybe there's different endings and I just clicked on the romance one because, you know, I'm a sucker for romance. I love romance no matter what. But it felt like the character that we were playing was supposed to be aromantic, because they were having trouble falling in love. Maybe it gave you the option to be aromantic or not. And I just chose not to, because I like romance. But from a romance perspective, at least, it felt a little rushed. But once again, considering it's a jam game, you kind of got to be lenient with that, because if you're doing a strangers to lover for a jam game with a word limit of 1,000 words, it's going to be rushed. No matter what you do, no matter how well written it is, I don't care. It's going to feel rushed, okay? Unless you're doing a whole lot of time skipping, which is an interesting writing. So it's very complicated to do a strangers to lovers with 1,000 words. So you gotta give it props for trying something as complicated as that. And I think it was pretty well written. I mean, maybe the main character is just into, you know, was just looking for something that's not human. Maybe they're into, you know, guys with wings or something. Who knows? Maybe that's their type. It could be a thing, you know. We all have our things. I like dragons, you know. I like, you know, dragon shape-shifting men. That's my thing. So maybe they're into angels, I guess. I could see it. Anyway, I'm getting off topic here, I think, a little bit. Anyway, I think I've said everything I wanted to say about this one. I'm really glad to be playing visual novels again. I love visual novels so much, and I'm really glad to be doing this again, because I missed it a lot the past couple months. What is it? And that hasn't been that long. It feels like it's been months since I've done this, but it's only been like maybe 1 month or so since the last visual novel I played. All right, one more thing I wanted to add before we go. Going back over the developers page, apparently they made 2 different versions of this game. One with 4 endings and one with just 1 ending. Apparently they miscounted the words. So the one I played doesn't necessarily have under 1,000 words. I just wanted to reconfirm that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Perfectly understandable. It happens, you know. I just wanted to not spread misinformation with me going on about the whole word limits and stuff in this, because it is still impressive, I think, even if they did miscount the words. But anyway, I just wanted to add that in. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.